Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Carolina Panthers. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 8-3. Push him back. Push him back. No. Hey, alert 3.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Bravo. Come, baby. Woo! You're my 52, my 52. Get it ready.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
They'll give it to Mixon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Back to throw. Herbert. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Check. 180. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the run.
first carry for Christian McCaffrey. Good move at the 30. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, McCaffrey. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, echo. 53 is the mark. 53, check 53. Right.
On third down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
To throw on second down, Herbert. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take him downfield, you don't score points. You know I'm being totally...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit... their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Herbert. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in...
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Panthers. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it second down and 12. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it second down and 12.
180. Oh, you got deep? Run. Check. 53.
On second and 12, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it'll bring up third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there, coming out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. You remember me?
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Back to throw. Herbert, he's going to launch this thing. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 85 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack there. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because...
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for Carolina. 58 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. 53's Mike. Check. 50. Hey, exit. Bring it.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Mike. Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike. I'm coming for you, son. 53.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. John Ross with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
2nd and 6. Complete. It's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Ready? Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Walk it back.
Mixon with a first down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Me and you all day.
Hey, Haywood.
I'm coming after you. Switch. Right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep open, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Mike 53. Hey, come on.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mike 50. Rip right. Hey, Mike's 50. Pistol. You ain't going nowhere.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Flush to his right. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Kill.
They go play action. Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Mayfield going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. John Ross, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? They've got his man complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Dante Pettis with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Snap.
Operating from the gun. Herbert toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mike, guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Switch.
Pistol. Real. Hurry.
53's the mic. 53's the mic. Watch the run.
Hey, Wahoo.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. He'll get this to Devlin, his fullback. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. And who we got? Check.
Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Mayfield now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Alert. Run.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. In for the score. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical?
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
We play to win. Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The All-Pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Wind at his back now in this third quarter. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
20. Check 53.
3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mike, 53.
Hey, my 7.
Woo! 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Check 53 is Mike.
No gain on this defense. No. Hurry, hurry.
Whip, whip. Watch the whip. Let's go.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Mayfield down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this one is right down the middle. And that will make this a 9-point lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back to Mixon on first down. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Set, 180. Check 53. Watch the screen. Hurry, hurry.
Mike, 53.
Pistol.
Mike. I got one.
Hey, Echo.
53 is the mic.
It's been a long day for you.
Check. 53.
To throw, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. And the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day.
No. Check that. Go. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hard.
Jim.
Go.
On 4th down, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 59, Mike. 59.
Mayfield off the play fake.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Going deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 33 yards that time. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Watch who draw quarters.
Mayfield on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Ross. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Double time. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. What's that?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. From the gun, Herbert. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.